Hey, beautiful people. So here's the thing. When is a dream just a dream? With so many people losing the ability to dream, I felt it was so really important to share this because it was so profound. I often feel that when we remember our dreams, it is an absolute gift, and there could be potentially so much more than often is so much messaging that is being encoded into that dream. And I feel that we're living in a time where there is this sense of a returning or a resurgence to the incredible insights that can be kind of retrieved from our dream time. We're returning. Thank you. We're returning. Love those nudges. We're returning to a time of once again reclaiming the ability to become dream walkers. Right, so we return. I love that, and that real time gnosis and nudge there. We are reclaiming the ability to once again become dream walkers. Absolutely love that. So one of the dreams that has stayed with me after my fast, that I undertook a journey over Easter weekend, and for me that was really hugely intentional. So having a birthday within the month of April, as the land is beginning to rebirth and renew and return, having a birthday in that time within the month of April, I really feel those surges moving through me. So it was very intentional on my part to undertake that deep fast over Easter weekend, time of renewal, resurrection, rebirth. So here I am in this dream, okay, and I approach this hotel, and it's got this huge neon light above it, and I can remember there was a name, and I really clearly, vividly still remember that name sitting there above the door of this hotel with the name Hatty. And then there was a second name, and it took me a real long time to piece that together. Either after waking, it was slowly piecing it together, which actually, when I think about that now, that's another layer of information. So it took me a while to piece it together, getting a sense of it, getting a gist of it. I wasn't sure, and then I just knew, and then I was like thinking, what does it mean? What does it mean? So the name was Hatty Lorelei, right? Hatty Lorelei. And then there was this sense of, well, if I'm being shown that, why am I being shown it? And it must be important, right? It must be important because the image was so clear. So the question is, who is Hatty, right? After all information's information, right? And then I realised it is an anagram, right? So Hatty Lorelei. Depending how you're watching this, either on Instagram or on YouTube, I will put the spelling, complete spelling, within the video description. So if all information's information, then it was like, hold on a minute, that's what does it mean? Like really looking at it and thinking, what does it mean? And then just kind of returning to it. Then I realized it was an anagram. So I wonder if you've decoded that anagram yet, right? So decode the anagram, drop it in the comments if you have. So instead of walking in through the main entrance of this strange hotel, I find myself walking down a street that had appeared in other dreams, right? So it appeared in other dreams. So I found myself walking down this dimly lit side street that I have dreamt of before. Some of you may know or remember this story where I had a dream many years back walking down a side street, and the rain, instead of falling from the sky to the ground, actually went from the ground to the sky, so it was inverted. And I step off this side street into this building. So I'm understanding now within my dreamscape what this building is. okay, but I'm going to share it and we're going to unlock an aspect of it. So, you know, some of that, even now as I share it, is coming to mind, that it was the same building. So I step off this side street and I kind of slip through this old quiet service door, and in my hand I'm carrying a key card with the number 13 etched into it. Alright, the number 13 etched into it. Alright, so there's the key card, number 13 etched into the key card. And as I go in, I pass the main entrance and there's all these revolving doors just spinning endlessly. And inside, everything felt not real. It felt staged. And the other feeling I had very strongly is that it was filmed, right? Directed. And there was all these kind of people, but something felt off with them. And it was this sense of they're actors. There's actors everywhere. And it was over polished, it was over packaged, it wasn't quite real. And then this black cat crossed my path. Not once, twice. Sound familiar? And then there was this feeling of doors within doors, corridors folding into themselves, and the whole place felt like it was enclosed, as though it existed inside this kind of artificial glow, like it was sealed within a dome. Like, the only other way to put it is like a snow globe of sorts. Strange, but all of that felt very precise. Then I found myself at the reception desk and a man greeted me. And I just kind of like, and I couldn't quite see his face, which is interesting too. And I asked for room 13 on the 13th floor. And then he paused and he told me with no uncertainty there was no such room. There was no such room, no such floor, and even if there was, it would be prohibited, out of bounds and off limits. And then out the corner of my eye I noticed her, right? So who's her? Who's she? And it was a girl with jet black hair with this kind of really sharp fringe. Alright. So jet black hair with silver running through it with this really kind of like sharp fringe and it was silvery white. And she was wearing this t-shirt with the word star on it. And then kind of as the R went round, it kind of curved and there was this shooting star coming off of it. Really clear, still very clear in my mind. And then on her wrist, there was these small stars tattooed. Now, I've seen that before within meditations. Small stars tattooed along her wrist. And I'm now wondering if there is either 8 or 9 or 13 stars. Something around that is coming to mind as I share this. And in her hand, she carried a light bulb. She carried this light bulb. And then from her back pocket hung a pocket watch on a chain. And she caught my eye, leaned in and whispered, "Follow me." And of course I did. And it was like 1, 2, skip a few. And just like that, we were standing on the 13th floor outside room 13. She turned, smiled, and said, "It's a key and you're carrying it." It's a key and you're carrying it. But yet the key card had disappeared and she pointed at me, you know, "It's a key and you're carrying it." Interesting. Carrying number 13 on my hand, but she pointed to me, "It's a key and you're carrying it." Then she blew me a kiss. Of course she did. She blew me a kiss and then she began to fade. But just before she vanished, she left me with these words, "I'll be seeing you real soon." Now, that has taken me on a huge journey, and I have absolutely completely unpacked number 13, which I will share with you next week. Okay, in another video I have taken such a deep dive, pieced so much together from this dream that it is serving as an activation, really profound. And when we illuminate what's gone on with number 13 as a key and coding, it is mind-blowing. Really look forward to sharing that with you. But before I say goodbye, have you unpacked that anagram yet? As always, sending you all so much love. Keep shining. Until next time.